Welcome along to the Rugby Obsession Deep Dive. If you really want to get under the skin of the big rugby stories, make sure you hit subscribe to Rugby Obsession for all our analysis. Today, we're focusing on the Springboks, specifically coach Rassie Erasmus and, well, a key player, really, Pieter-Steph du Toit.
Yeah, there's quite a bit going on with him, isn't there?
Definitely. We'll look into his injury, this slightly strange situation with his club in Japan,
Right.
and what it all signals for the books as they gear up for the internationals.
Sounds good. He's a huge figure, of course.
Oh, wow.
Let's not forget 2024 World Rugby Player of the Year. Massive player.
Absolutely. So remind us about the injury timeline.
Right. So it dates back to November last year, playing for the Springboks. He picked up that shoulder injury, required surgery, which he had back in South Africa.
Okay.
And the positive news is he's returned to his club in Japan, Toyota Verblitz. He's there now, focusing on his rehab. Seems to be going okay on that front.
Right. Rehab going okay, but he hasn't actually played, has he? This whole year. No game time.
Not a minute, no. Which leads into the club situation you mentioned.
Yeah, tell us about that. Toyota Verblitz, they're not having the best season.
No, they're actually facing the possibility of relegation from the top league in Japan.
Ouch.
Yeah. And because of that, needing injury cover elsewhere, they signed Michael Hooper, the Wallabies flanker.
Right, Hooper came in.
And to make space for Hooper, under the league rules for foreign players, they had to deregister du Toit.
Deregistered. So even though he's there, he's technically not part of their playing squad right now.
Exactly. And the implication of that is pretty significant, meaning he's ineligible for Verblitz's last 2 regular season games.
Okay.
And crucially, if they end up in that relegation playoff match, he can't play in that either.
Wow.
Ugh.
Even if he was suddenly declared fit next week.
Even then. The rules apparently state that because he's been deregistered and hasn't played a single regular season game this year,
Right.
he wouldn't be eligible for that playoff, even if they tried to re-register him just for the final league games. It's quite a specific regulation.
So, bit of a tough situation for both player and club there.
Yeah.
He's present, but, well, powerless to help on the field when they might need him most.
Pretty much sums it up, yeah.
Still involved off the field, though, I gather. There's mention of a fan event.
Yeah, that's interesting. He's apparently doing some sort of a pre-match off-site fan experience before their last game. So still connected, still engaging.
Good to see.
No.
Okay, let's shift focus then. The big question for us, I suppose, is what does this all mean for the Springboks? Because despite 0 game time this year in Japan, the reports are saying he's bound to be named in the box squad for the July internationals.
Italy, and yeah.
That's the word, yes. And look, it might sound surprising on the surface, but Rassie Erasmus has, well, he's got form here, hasn't he?
You mean with Malcolm Marx?
Exactly. Think back to last year. Marx also missed the whole Japanese season. He got injured at the World Cup.
Right, the knee injury. Yeah. And everyone wondered if he'd be involved with the Books. Erasmus picked him.
And he played quite a bit, didn't he?
He certainly did. Played 12 times for the Springboks in 2024 after coming back from that serious injury with no club rugby behind him.
So there's a clear precedent. It seems Erasmus trusts these key, experienced guys to get back up to speed within the Springbok camp.
I think that's exactly it. It's trust in their quality, their professionalism, and the Springboks' own systems to manage their return. It's a calculated approach, you could say.
And Du Toit returning to training, even if not playing, must be a boost, especially with other injuries affecting the Books' back row options.
Oh, definitely. Particularly with the news about Ben Jason Dixon from the Stormers.
Yeah, what's the situation there? He stepped up last year, didn't he?
He did. Made his debut, covered for Du Toit against Portugal, Australia, Argentina. Looked really promising. But he's picked up a wrist injury now, and that's going to keep him out of the July internationals.
Ah, okay. So Dixon's out, which makes having someone like Du Toit potentially available even more important.
Precisely. It highlights the value of that depth and experience, even if there are questions around immediate match fitness.
Any other injury news relevant here?
Well, yeah, some positive news too. Jasper Wiese.
Oh, right. There was a worry about his neck.
There was, yeah. But the latest is that he's confirmed he will be fit for the start of the international season. So that's a welcome piece of news for the forward pack.
Good. So Wise is okay, Dixon is out, and Du Toit is, well, training and likely to be selected despite the lack of game time.
That's the picture. It really leads to that question about Erasmus's strategy, doesn't it? Picking players light on recent rugby.
It does. And actually, we'd love to know what you listening think about this. Is it smart management? Is it a risk? Let us know your opinions in the comments.
Yeah, definitely share your thoughts. And hey, if you're finding this sort of analysis useful, do make sure you're subscribed to Rugby Obsession. We go deep like this regularly.
It really is fascinating. You're banking on the player's inherent class and the national setup to bridge that gap from injury rehab to test match intensity.
You are. It relies heavily on the player knowing their body, the coaches managing their load perfectly, and frankly, the player just being exceptionally good at rugby.
Which Pieter-Steph du Toit certainly is.
Without a doubt. The fact he's training is the key positive step. The Boks will be working hard to get him match ready for July, assuming he is, as expected, named in the squad.
Makes sense.
Right.
It's a calculated risk, maybe, but one based on proven quality.
Yeah, Rassie knows the asset he has in Du Toit.
Okay, well, I think that wraps up our deep dive for today on Pieter-Steph du Toit, the complexities around his current situation, and what it might mean for the Springboks coming up.
A situation with a few twists and turns, for sure.
Definitely one to keep an eye on as the international season gets closer. Thank you so much for listening to this Rugby Obsession deep dive. We really hope you enjoyed it, and we look forward to you listening to our next episode.
And don't forget, for more in-depth rugby chat and analysis, hit subscribe on Rugby Obsession.